It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely. There's something in city council that is going to be voted on soon, right? About whether or not to have rental properties,
Okay,
short-term rental properties
Back
like
up the train.
Airbnb.
The short-term rental ordinance was just put into effect in October of last year.
Okay.
So it was happening while we were running for office. So this was something that people talked to us about. They were like, "What's this crap?" You know. So this is one of the things I promised that I would address when I got in. So we did not have an Airbnb, any kind of anything, because it's covered by like state laws and stuff like that. So and you know, if you go through Airbnb, they have their own rules and all that good stuff and things that you have to have before you work with them. So evidently, allegedly, all right, there was a situation that one of my colleagues says happened in the county that spurred another one of my colleagues to write this legislation. And it is 12 pages. Actually, I'm sorry, it's 7 pages. If you open the code, it's 7 pages of regulation that they put in at one time. They wrote a 7-page
What's some of the
law.
examples?
For instance, one of the things that's in there right now is that, well, you have to pay the city to have
an Airbnb
yeah.
or something like it.
You have to pay. So this is well, they say that it's exempt, but
Is that normal in other cities too?
I think that this particular piece of legislation they grabbed from another city. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think other cities always do things better than us, because
Right.
I think we are better than most other cities. That's why I'm here.
Agreed.
So one of the things, for instance, is that you can't cook.
What?
You can't cook in the house for the
Dang, I
guests.
can't.
Like a bed and breakfast style?
Yeah, like Airbnb, Airbnb breakfast.
It's a
So
house.
that's
It's a
like
house,
one of the.
right? It's a house, right?
Right? Like
Well, yeah, houses, apartments. I mean, they rent out all kinds of things for it.
But the host can't cook
They're
for the
giving
guest.
they're giving limits on how many people you can have in
Now,
there, limits on how many cars you can or you have to have.
Are they just having it, or do they plan on enforcing it? And how do you enforce it?
So
Did the cops come over and
the cops can
Who's
already do
cooking?
that. If you already have an issue, the cops can. No, you would lose your license. You wouldn't be allowed to do it. The city would reserve the right to take the license from you.
What if the person renting the Airbnb is cooking in there, like with a hot plate?
I don't think that part's covered. That part's not covered. This is like if you, the renter, but you'd have to read it. It's 7 pages.
Where can we see it? Where can we
Yeah.
find it?
Municode. If you go to Google and you type in Clarksville, Tennessee city code, it's like one of the first links that pop up.
Okay.
Could you throw it on your Facebook page?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, yeah. Her Facebook link is right in this live
And
video
it's
and audio
chapter
feed.
3. So I tried to erase the entire chapter because I feel like if they could just put it in there, then we can just get rid of it, right?
What else is in there?
So in the Airbnb, it's like just how many cars you have to allot for. It's just like a lot of that kind of stuff.
What's your biggest beef with it?
That it exists.
That it exists.
I don't mind.
They shouldn't be able to regulate what people can do with their own homes.
I don't think so. My biggest beef would be the fact that it's redundant.
Okay.
It's already all things that are covered.
Okay.
You know, and they've even come out and said like, "Oh, well, if you already pay your state taxes, then you're exempt from this." And I'm like, "Then what's the purpose?"
Okay.
You know? So
then why have it?
So what it came down to, this is what came out last month, because I introduced this in February. It passed the first reading.
There's 2
by
hours
7.
in February, by the way.
It passed the first reading, and then last month our meeting went too long, so DeJuan Little asked for it to be postponed because he has yet another amendment.
What? Do you still hate DeJuan Little?
I never hated DeJuan Little.
I thought you
I hate
said
him
that.
for this.
Ouch.
Oh.
I love him.
I know. He's the best.
I voted for
He's
him
the
for
best.
mayor. I love him. I want him to one day be our sheriff. That's my opinion.
Oh. All right. So, what is this? When are we going to find out?
Tomorrow, finally. Hopefully, it'll be over.
Okay. And
So-
we can watch that live?
Yep.
Okay. And that's at cityofclarksville.gov.
Yep. Or Facebook. They posted on Facebook. So
Yeah.
That's the easiest way I find to find it. But
Right.
But seriously, if you're against this, and 75% of Clarksville says they want to repeal this law,
I don't blame them.
Please write to them tonight, because I just feel like we lost the votes for it that we had the first time around. So, and it really sucks because I just think that it's bad for the military community because, you know, especially those of us that come here and then we have to leave for an amount of time and we want to come back, but, you know, you don't want to.
Does it have anything to do with the hotels?
I think it does, and again, this is all conjecture. They just passed the thing in the State House so that we can keep our hotel money to pay for the MPEC. So I do think that this is all interconnected, and I do really think that there was a whole. And when I came out against this, I had no inclination of any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just thought, I'm gonna throw this up here and we're gonna vote on it and call it good, and now it's like turned into this whole thing, you know. And that's what I've learned in the last 3 months, is that it's all politics. Even if for me it's not politics, for somebody up there it's politics.
You got to follow the money.
Yeah, it's like it's
follow the money
or the next seat or whatever.
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you for explaining it, though.
Yep. Please get rid of it.
I'm going to email my councilwoman tonight. That's you.
And I ask you to keep it.
Now I'm gonna punch you. No, just kidding. I'm a libertarian. I don't hit people.
That's right. That's right. Interesting. Yeah, check out our Facebook page. Okay, the link is right in there. City Council. What is it? Ward 12. Your actual Facebook
My
page.
email is ward12 at
Councilwoman Trisha Butler on Facebook.
Oh,
See
yeah,
the
that's
link.
me.
That's right. All right, Maria, what'd you learn on the show today? What stood out for you?
That's crazy because I want to do an Airbnb. So I'm like, come on.
Well, you do it with 800 additional rules that the city of Clarksville County City Council told you.
Well, more rules.
That would cost
Okay.
more money in the long run.
Oh, that was
Right.
the one thing you didn't even let me hit on, is that we've hired this company and already wasted more money contracting this company that we're going to make off of the Airbnb, the registration.
Why? Why was the company hired?
Because we need to capture the people that are doing the wrong thing and force them into compliance.
Oh my god.
It's called an
It's a whole
HOA.
thing. It's a whole- Thank you.
It is.
I'm sorry. Let her do what she learned.
Citywide HOA.
So they
I'm
want
so mad about this.
Citywide HOA.
I don't blame you.
Wow.
That's infuriating.
It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.